Hi everyone, welcome again to Canimando. As you know, I'm doing animation analysis where I take a trailer or an animation that I like and I pinpoint every single detail. So in this case, I'm analyzing Overwatch 2. So without further ado, let's go into it.
Winston?
Aquí.
Winston?
Here there is a small detail, but it's really good. Notice how when the girl calls him and he's just focused on his thing,
Winston?
he drops the jaw, and because he drops the jaw, all the face goes down, and therefore he looks at her above the eyeglasses. So it's the face changes completely just by lowering the glasses a little bit, so he's looking over the glasses. All those small details that add subtext, add a bit more personality, more thing to the animation.
What's on your mind, May?
Do we have enough people for this mission?
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. If you're going to show, now.
This is awesome. It's very subtle, but look at that. Just how he places the hand over the picture. Look, it's not all the hand at one time, all the fingers rigid. Notice how, okay, yeah, the hand is rotating, but then when you start to touch the picture, the three fingers reach first, and then the pinky one takes a couple more frames to finish to get into the pose. So it's overlapped, the fingers are overlapped, are not happening all at the same time. And then you can notice how the pressure on the hand make the fingers straighten. Instead of being rigid just there and moving as a whole, they move, you can feel the pressure. You can feel what's happening with the fingers. The tiptoes stay more or less at the same place, just slide a little bit because of the pressure. And then the hand starts to move down, the fingers stay in the same place, and then the fingers begin to move down.
Show. Now would be a good time.
Attention! This is your captain speaking. We're...
Another finger animation.
This is your captain speaking.
Very simple shot, because whoever animated this
This is your
was this
captain
shot.
speaking.
Just that, the finger animation. So
This is your
how do you
captain
make it more
speaking.
interesting? Instead of just pressing all the buttons like tan 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 or all at the same time or wherever, is they created a musical rhythm. So if you listen to it,
This is your captain speaking.
ta da 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 ta ta da 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 ta. So it's just pressing buttons, but it has already personality. It has we can even perceive the personality of the girl just by how is she pressing the buttons. So keep that in mind. Every single action that the character make, you can add personality to it by how they do it.
We're on final approach to Paris.
That's our cue.
You may now power on your electronic devices. Weather is mostly cloudy, with a 100% chance of null sector invasion. Winston, clear as a spot to land.
Great. Just notice how the pose here tells clearly that she's trying to look over the wherever is blocking her sight. Instead of just driving the plane, just looking over the window, just nothing happened, we can already see that she's trying to look over. Like, we can perceive, we know that she's actually on a plane. It's not just pretending to be. She is on a plane. She's alive.
Clear as a spot to land. We'll be right behind you.
You better be.
Why is Mars Sector attacking now?
I don't know, May. But the people down there need help. And right now, we are all they've got.
Great. Well, great monkey pose. Look at that. Like, perfect silhouette. We can see clearly everything, what is happening with everything. We can see the wrist here. We can perceive the monkey style. So if we don't lose him, like, he's a human now. He's still a monkey, so he has to move like a monkey. So he's still gonna have those monkey-like features, but he's gonna behave also like a human. Like, so keep that in mind when who is your character. Great animation sequence. You can see how look at the officer stops here to start shooting, and then just for a moment, and then then anticipation, rotates the hips, the torso, the head starts to move down, then the hips follow, making an arc, dipping down and going up again, and then starts running. So it's just like woo. Also, another thing that I like here is that although it's pretty much also the body pose is pretty much the same, but look here how they started the shot. The hand is down, and we can see how he moves the arm up, the hand dragged back. We can see all the anticipation. The body drags back a bit, and then ooh, boom. But look at this silhouette. We can perceive everything. We can see everything, and boom, the hit.
Bonjour, officer. We're here to help.
Great weight. Look at that. Boom. How they managed to convey all perfectly the weight of the monkey. So here we can see already how he is pushing. The movement begins in this shot, then continues, keeps pushing. Look how the shoulders go down as he finished to push. The shoulders go down, everything straightens. Then the arms come up, shoulders back, then shoulders up, the rest of the arm, wrist back. So it's like wave-like motion. Wave-like motion. Ooh. Then look how the torso pretty much stays on the same place. The head still moving a bit, but the rotation axis there is pretty much the center of the torso. Places one foot, places the other one, so it's not at the same time, overlapped, and then the hand. So boom. So it's also, you can feel the wave motion on the feet. So one feet, the second feet, and the arm. So da 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 da.
C'était un singe?
just here, notice how at the beginning, because the head is probably a bit more relaxed, is hitting from the side. As soon as gets hit, the head starts to move. The first frame is rotating a bit, then the big frames, the big spacing, and then the whole body just like reacts to the hit. Then looks, takes a bit more frames, maybe because he's on tension, he's looking at the character, but then the whole body, probably this one was more powerful, the whole body moves back. The arms, so the hit is on the face, so the arms drag back, and it's like a whip-like motion. Always, if you know where the character has been hit, you can pretty much analyze and figure out what the rest of the body should be doing. Because if he's hit on the head, it's gonna affect the torso, then the torso is gonna pull the arm, then the arm, if it's pulling up, it's gonna pull the rest of the arm, then the wrist is gonna flicker. So every single part of the body you can analyze and try to figure out what would do after that, no?
Good work, May.
Thanks! Watch your back!
Another, I'm not stopping this animation all the time because it has so much great animation. Look at that. So here we have the girl, super dynamic, but we can see, okay, she appears first time. This is the pose where she appears. So she appears and she finished rotating when appearing. So it's not appearing on that pose already. We can see how she slows to the pose, then pretty much stays on the same pose, although keeps rotating slightly, ever so slightly. But we can see the arc, if you track the hips, you can see how the hips do like the bouncing ball motion. So then starts, as soon as she starts, look, she's going up, and now she starts to go down, and then is when she gets ready to boom, roll and get to the pose. One foot, the other one, then the hips, look how the hips settle, making an arc, super dynamic. Then the torso is, the hips get to the pose first. You see how the hips get to the pose first. Then it's just a very, very small slow in, but practically they are not even moving. Then the torso finish rotating with the head a bit lighter, but here the torso is almost settled. Then the torso and the hand, and finally the hand. So you can see how, even though the animation is very dynamic, very pose to pose, just two poses basically, this pose, the transition, and this pose, but you don't have to make every single part of the body get to the pose at the same time. Just even this fast movement, this dynamic animation, see how the animator make the overlap on every single part of the body, so there is no one single part that gets to the pose at the same time. So yeah, awesome.
Get the civilians to the ship!
You got it!
Another thing that I liked here is, look at the...
Get the civilians to the ship!
Look also how he repositions the arm that is touching the ground few times. So here he repositioned the hand, so he could end. You could, and many animators would end the animation here. So he moves the car and that's it. But then he repositions the hand, and then again.
You got it! What was that?
Now, if you want to convey weights, this is a great example. Look at that. So he weighs a lot, that machine weighs a lot. So every single step is gonna be a great impact on the whole body. So boom, see how places the feet and the whole body goes down, then it's going boom, see how we can see how the up here is the up position, he's starting to move, to shift the weight, and as soon as the body feels resistance with the feet pushing the ground, then boom, the wave-like motion again, right? So it's dragging a bit back. No, so
Take cover!
May, stay with me! Winston! She needs help. We can't stay here.
we can't stay here. The head accent, great.
Tracer, get everyone out of here. I'll hold the line.
But you said to stick.
Great secondary action.
You s-
We can feel more what she's thinking, more personality to the animation just by readjusting the eyeglasses.
you said to stick together.
Don't worry. I'll be right behind you.
You'd better be.
Wow, love this. Super dynamic. So, a mysterious person appears. Woo woo woo. Running, running, running. Then, Mike, so a small jump, contact pose. Look at the silhouette. We can read everything pretty much. We can see the arm, the leg, everything. See here, the anticipation begins. Look at this arm, how the animator respected the line of the path of action. So we can see how the arm flows really good. So we don't see any pop. Then drags as the anticipation gets to the extreme. Then one almost to the extreme, one more frame to settle the anticipation. So to see how the head starts to lead to the jump. So this is the last frame of the anticipation, and but in the last frame of the anticipation, the head starts to lead the jump. And then the whole body straightens. Then the body is stretching now, because look at the head here, look at the feet. Look at the feet here. The body is stretching. So when you stretch the body, you can make more intense, more fast movements, because the audience don't see it as a pop. Then this leg is dragging a lot, it's stretching a lot, and then boom, over one frame, the whole body recovers. Over 2 frames, pretty much, the whole body recovers to the original shape, and so making this a very intense, very dynamic jump. Here again, awesome. Look at that. Firstly we can already see where the head is, so we can perceive what the character, although we don't see pretty much anything about the silhouette, we can see where the head is. So we have an idea what's happening to his body. Silhouette, nice silhouette. Now here we can start to see everything of the body. So it starts to rotate like a spiral thing, super dynamic. Then visual arc, ooh, deep down, settle, couple of frames for the audience to see the character. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The arm starts to prepare for the next action. So da 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 da. And then when the audience already has seen the character, boom! Look at that hand. It's destroyed. So they did this to make, again, the more fast movement, to make it more fluid. They drag back the fingers, they stretch the body so the movement is seen on the screen more fluidly. Look how he connects the arm here, so the path of action is respected. The audience don't see any pops. Boom. Here how we see the end of the movement is not in this pose already. We can see how the movement finishes. Small shots many times are really good, because you can add so much things. Like, for example, here, look at this. How the head is basically, the face is basically stretching. The eyebrows go up, the jaw drops, but then the head is leading the action. So you can see the head is leading the action, and then the torso kind of gets to the pose. Although the head keeps moving, see how it's perceived, how the head leads the action, and then the torso kind of follows back. So they exaggerated a bit that overlap, because this is a simple shot, but exaggerating that overlap between the head and the torso adds a lot of fluidity, a lot of beauty to the animation, because it feels more organic, more squashy. See? It's
Genji.
See how they also finish rotating. This shot, another awesome shot. So shows the arm, looks, anticipation of thought. The arm prepares, anticipates for the main action. Movement in opposite directions. And now the point of attention is on this shiny thing, obviously. So track the shiny thing and you'll see how it moves in perfect arcs. So the character, look at that. The head is still the head is already leading into the next action. The hand is dragging back, and then when the rest of the torso is already leading, then the hand comes forwards really fast. Vroom. This is probably my favorite shot for many reasons. It's so dynamic, it's insane. So first of all, let's analyze this part. So instead of just the track just hitting everything, chaos, everything goes flying away. They create a rhythm inside of that chaos. So if you check, boom, boom. So the hanging time, like in the bouncing ball that has a hang time in the air, in animation many times we tend to exaggerate that hang time, so we keep the character a couple of frames more time on the air, so that when coming down, the impact, whatever he's doing, feels more weight, feels more powerful. So they did this here, so you can see the track hits the cars, goes flying up a little bit, but stays on the air just a tiny bit longer, so that the contrast, it doesn't feel unrealistic, but it feels more intense, more, you add more contrast to the animation, so it's more appealing to us. Here, the same here, so and then fast movement. So just rewatch it again. And then is when the other character comes in. Same again. So fast movement, hang time. Look at this, almost at the same place. The chain is started to pull, and then fast movement and stop again. So here, as they want to portray this character as like it's nothing for her, like she's doing it, it's so easy. You don't want to have, when the impact happens, like the arm go like crazy, like, oh, this was a really powerful impact. So instead of having the arm move a lot, they just animated a little bit of recoil, so it settles a little bit. We can see the arc, but we can feel that she's in control. She don't have any problem dealing with it. Look how small the recoil was, because this is coming with intensity, and then boom, boom, boom. She holds into it, and then moves over a bit to create an arc, and settle. And then obviously the shake on the head helps to convey to the audience that was so easy for her. Also, you see the shoulders, how the wave-like motion. So it's not like, you can see how all the energy flows through her body. But another even greater thing is that, okay, the energy flows, but then she takes a breath. So look how the chest rotates up and the face squashes. So shakes, and como like she's getting ready, like she's focusing on what's happening.
Yes! The cavalry's here! Hello, Winston!
Echo!
Let's get you back in the fight.
Interlock shields!
How are we going to stop this thing?
Man, your backpack!
Every time that I see a really short shot, I imagine that an animator actually had to animate that. So an animator actually...
Your backpack! Man, your backpack!
Animator just watched this clip.
Backpack! Backpack! Man, your backpack! Man, your backpack! Man, your backpack!
Your backpack. Watch that on repeat many times, I can tell you that.
Man, your backpack!
But
Man,
look, let's analyze it. So we can see how it's really simple but great. So you starts to starts to move with the head, then the body follows, your back So the face squashes as he prepares for the backpack, for the B to be powerful, for the backpack. So they want to animate a powerful backpack. So look, the lips go up to prepare, then back. This is the backpack. Then look, you can see how the last frame of the lips squashing the face, the eyebrows start to lead the movement. They start to move up, just the last frame, and then back. The whole face stretches, the backpack. But also you can see how, if you check the lips closely, you can see how when talking, the backpack, you can see how the energy makes arcs on the lips. So it's not like the lips are rotating like crazy, but you can see the flow of energy.
Your backpack!
See, and at the end of your backpack, like the energy flows to one side, no? The backpack. Look closely. Your backpack. So it's really subtle, but if you pay close attention, you can see how the energy backpack, and then track the corners. Backpack.
That could work! Trissa! Cosmo! Here you go!
Here another, like she has pretty much the same face, it's just more intense. So she starts here, okay, great facial, great mouth shape, like great pose, and then we can see how with a bit of shaking, the face starts to get more intense, more squashed. She starts to look at the teeth, look at the corner of the mouth. She starts to open a bit more as she builds up tension on the face. So it's the same pose, but more intense by the frame. So look at this pose finally. So the tension, the intensity is perceived.
This is getting hot!
Ready!
Come on!
Great. Another thing that I wanted to point out here is how the weight is conveyed clearly, as when she lifts it up, it's not like here gets to the high point and then the monkey takes it, but they actually make it go up, then goes down again. As she's lifting up, she can't hold it up for much longer, so starts to drop down, and then the monkey grabs it and then pulls it up. So the weight is gonna move the hand a bit down, even though if the character is very strong, you have to make the audience see how the weight is affecting the other character.
Come on!
So it's like boom, boom, boom. Awesome animation. Ooh. Look how stretched, squash, stretch, zoom. This shot is awesome as well for many reasons. Firstly, she appears here again, okay, starts to fall down, we can see here, then accelerates, fast drop, so boom, hits the ground faster, then starts to roll, we can see the face clearly here, starts to roll, then as soon as she places one foot, she starts to come up, and then the whole movement begins to slow down until here, where it's super delicate. So look at the movement, look how Pay close attention to how the movement slows down. It doesn't look like it's hitting a wall or like all of the sudden stops. They made it so progressively the movement stops until you don't even realize it. In 1 second they made it from very fast movement to almost a very delicate movement just by slowing down progressively the action. Great again here. So look how they keep the pose here, so we can read the pose. She's losing the balance a bit of contrast, like the pose, like almost like the hanging time, and then thinking she y tan tan. So this contrast. Look, the finger, hand animation. Great.
Victory is ours, my friends!
Hi, Lena. Brigitte? Oh my gosh, you've grown! Oh, everyone, this is May. Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you!
This shot is probably another one of my favorite, for many reasons. About of the complexity having so many characters there, but every single action is perfectly timed. Everything is perfect. Let's analyze it.
Victory is ours, my friends!
Hi.
Firstly, we can begin to see the shot with movement. It's not like all the characters are on the final pose and they are all standing there. We can see the end of a gesture, so the point of attention is here now on this character. Then high and so then aquí, so then here, so then here, the point of attention changes here because the movement is happening here.
Hi, Lena.
So hi Lena,
Hi, Lena.
hi Lena.
Hi, Lena.
The hat, so opposite direction. Hi Lena, moves down, points up, lift the hand. So
Hi, Lena.
hi Lena. Look, the arc as well. If you drag the nose, you'll see that the nose is moving on an arc. High, dips down and up again ever so slightly.
Brigitte?
Here, this turns back. She turns back. So look, begins with the toes on the head, and then the hips start to follow. Ooh. So ooh, down and up. And then the anticipation is happening upwards. She's making that anticipation upwards. Look at the hips. The hips are moving upwards. The arms are moving upwards. Ooh. And then you see how the hips start to move down, and the movement is happening with an arc downwards. So notice how she places the feet forwards before she starts the movement, because obviously she needs a point of balance, a support point. So then dips down and comes back again. Great, so many details. Then pulls her down, and as she pulling her down, she moves up because it's normal. It's not gonna pull down and she's gonna stay on the same place. They both move together. Look how the body keeps moving ever so slightly. It's not like it's moving a lot, but look how the hips keep rotating a little bit, the torso keeps rotating a little bit. Then she lifts the hand, and when she lifts the arms, look, it's not just lifting the arms, drag the wrists. So ooh, look, this arc, is moving the arm in arc, so it's like ooh, ooh, lift the arm and ooh, so ooh, ooh. Everything moves on arcs. Keep that in mind. And then also
Grown! Oh! Everyone, this is May. Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you.
another thing that I like
Meet you.
is look at when he says look at this hand. It's not just shaking her hand, but you can see how the fluidity of the fingers. Just pay close attention to the hand.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, everyone.
Nice to.
Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet.
Hi, everyone.
Nice to.
Hi, everyone.
Nice to.
Eyes to meet you. So there's the fluidity, the styliness, the stylish animation. Ooh, nice to meet you. The arc, all the fingers overlapping, makes the animation much more fluid.
Nice to meet you.
And then a little shake.
To meet you.
Nice to meet you. A little shake. And then look how her body pulls, her arm drags back, and then ooh, the arm comes forwards. Super relaxed. You can see how straightens, drags back, and then bends a bit more.
Meet you.
And then we'll settle like a pendulum basically.
Oh, everyone, this is May. Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you.
Reinhardt.
Good to have you on board.
Thank you.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Ta-da-da. Great. Well, that was the animation analysis. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned a lot of things. And yeah, if you have any suggestions about any trailer, any animation that you really like, that you would like me to analyze it, leave a comment. Drop a like as well, because subscribe if you're not yet. And before you go, if you don't know it already, I have a Discord channel. So everyone who wants to learn animation for free, you want to go there, get feedback, look at the resources, nice references. We are building up a community to learn animation for free. But also, for those who want extra help, I have an animation course, and I'm offering private tutoring and feedback in your animations. So if you want extra help, here I am to help you. So yeah, that was it. See you on the next animation analysis.